Today we are here with Professor Jörg Schneider, and we are so glad to have him here visiting us today to talk about his case in IABSE. Professor?
I became professor in 67, and I wanted to go to the New York conference of IABSE. And I went into the headquarters of IABSE, and they said, "You cannot go to New York, you need to be a member first." And that's why I became a member in 68. And I'm still a member since 15 years now. And had nice work together in many committees, internal committees mainly, with Alain Gollet, who was a good friend of mine, still is a good friend, and will remain a friend. So this is how I came to IABSE. I think Alain and myself, we had good times in introducing the periodica, which nobody knows anymore what this was. We started SEI, this famous journal of IABSE, now in his 30th year, becoming bigger and bigger.
We're also active in some of the committees that we have, administrative committee and so on. Would you like to say something about these committees that you were a member before?
I was very soon, I was in the administrative committee, in the publications committee for many years, maybe 15 or so years, doing all this publication work, which started with this one, if you like, and then went through to this one, reviews, periodica. Then we started this was maybe this is an interesting thing. This is number 0 year of this Structural Engineering International.
Yeah.
This was the first issue. And this is the last one. Maybe this one. The biggest one is the last one. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
It was a report of some of the people.
Mm-hmm.
A famous report was done by Mr. Cosondet, who died
recently.
recently. Then there was a report about safety. And then after this, there were papers. Very short papers, maybe 3-4 pages on interesting buildings.
Structures, yeah.
And this was a fine thing. And as I remember, I think it was quarterly, I guess. I don't know.
This was before SEI. I mean, SEI is 1991.
1991, yes.
So this is way before.
The
but this is not yet the periodica.
No, this is not the periodica.
Not yet the periodica.
This was before the periodica.
Oh, okay.
And then we thought we should make something more interesting. And the more interesting thing is we introduced the periodica. And the idea behind was that we give very short pieces typed by the authors. Maybe this was one of my contributions to this. And maybe 5 or 10 of these went in an envelope. And the envelope was sent quarterly to the members.